Tonight on KGW News, making takeout more eco-friendly.
I do wish that people would use more, paper, less plastic, less styrofoam.
The Oregon bill that could have you bringing your own containers the next time you grab food to go. Plus, unprecedented in American history. What to expect Tuesday as former President Trump turns himself in. But first,
it's not what you think it is. It's not fun. It's literally the devil, and it'll take you.
He survived a fentanyl overdose over the weekend. Now he's back doing the drug while struggling, he says, to find a way out. Good evening, and we begin tonight with what appear to be a rash of suspected fentanyl overdoses in the Rose City. Thanks for joining us. I'm David Mulco. In the past few days, at least 3 people have died. Nearly a dozen others almost did not survive. Tonight, we have a raw and remarkably honest look into what life is like for people suffering from substance abuse on one troubled downtown street corner. Both those who say they are ready for help and those who say they aren't. Blair Best has their stories.
This corner of Southwest 4th and Washington is in many ways a hub of downtown, and one where the crisis on our streets is on full display. Homeless people show us their scraps of tinfoil used for smoking fentanyl first thing Monday morning. It's also where Portland police responded to at least 11 overdoses since Friday. 3 people died. For others like Nate, it was too close of a call.
It's one of the worst and hardest experiences that I've been through.
He overdosed Sunday night, but police used Narcan to revive him.
Took a really big inhale of fentanyl, and I guess I went out and I just woke up to a bunch of people surrounding me and swarming me, and so I guess I had been Narcan 3 times.
Since the overdose, how many times have you smoked thus far?
About 15 to 25 times today, and it's probably not even noon yet.
He's 22 years old and has been addicted to fentanyl for 6 months. This is what he keeps inside his pockets.
Narcan, foils, pills.
What's that?
They're like the blue pills, the blues. I feel a little bit guilty because I know my mother wants better for me, and I wish I could just give it to her.
How badly do you want to get out of this?
Really badly. Like, more than anything, honestly.
So we called an outreach worker at Fentanyl Treatment Center.
So I've got him here with me. You're on speaker. He's willing to go into detox and get help. Do you want to talk to him really quick?
That'd be me.
Okay, here, I'm going to keep you on speaker, okay?
Hello?
Here he is.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing alright, bro. How you feeling?
I'm feeling alright, man. I just really need to get help.
Have you been to Hooper before yet?
Yeah, I was at Hooper for a day, and then I left.
Why'd you leave? Did you get kicked out? You man?
I just couldn't do it. It was difficult.
Okay.
But like I would gladly go back.
The outreach worker is now trying to get him a bed at Fora Health.
I feel a little bit better. Like I feel like maybe, hopefully, that I'll get the help that I need.
We talked with the mayor's office over the phone, and while they say there's open-air drug use happening all across the city, this site in particular off Southwest 4th in Washington has been a top priority for them for weeks. But the site itself is privately owned, which does present some challenges. So they're in communication with the property owner and police to find ways to secure this building, which includes blocking off alcoves like this one to make it less inviting.
I've been working here 3 months, and already I'm jaded to the fact that they smoke fentanyl outside.
Rex Tanbert works the cash register at Pete's Market, the business Nate overdosed in front of Sunday night.
Because I see it every day, I walk by people, I don't know whether they're dead or alive, people trying to resuscitate them, coming in asking for Narcan.
Do you think the city and police are doing enough to help this crisis?
They're doing all they can. I mean, their hands are tied because it's not illegal.
And on top of all that, there are people like Ryan.
I love this lifestyle. I will never ever take it back for my old lifestyle.
Who simply don't want any help.
Because I don't believe I need to go to treatment. I'm happy being a drug addict.
Blair Best reporting tonight. Meanwhile, the fentanyl epidemic is putting more strain on treatment centers. A growing number of people are seeking out help at places like Fora Health in Portland. In the past couple of years, their director of withdrawal management says she has seen a major shift, from heroin and other opioids, specifically to fentanyl. What's also gotten worse, she says, is the severity of their withdrawals.
It's more difficult for us to manage. They suffer more. We have to send people more frequently to the hospital for complications of their withdrawals.
And Dr. Hartley adds it's difficult for treatment centers to get enough supply of withdrawal medications that improve recovery outcomes. That's because of both the increasing demand for those meds and the higher dosage patients now need to treat fentanyl withdrawal. She says it's not an issue only in Portland, but across the state, and especially in more rural areas where there are even fewer resources. Well, KGW's commitment to covering the fentanyl epidemic continues at KGW.com. You can learn why the situation is so dire and complicated at the downtown building Blair mentioned in her report, and also learn more about what Oregon lawmakers are proposing that includes increasing penalties for those caught dealing fentanyl. Let's take you outside on this Monday night. Snow, hail, rain, rainbows. I mean, depending on where you were today, you saw some or all of it. And there's a chance tomorrow, sorry to say, it could be like deja vu. Meteorologist Joe Ranieri is in for Matt tonight. Joe, it just feels like we can't catch a break here.
I know, and April is starting off to an interesting last couple of days. I know it's only April 3rd, but we've seen hail, some light snow at times over the last couple of days. And of course, that was the scene earlier this morning. And yeah, we could be looking at it again heading into the early morning hours tomorrow. All is quiet on the radar right now. You can see a little bit of some snow showers over the Oregon Cascades and throughout the Coast Range. That's going to continue the rest of tonight and into tomorrow as well. But as we put futurecasts in motion, we're going to be looking at the snow showers roll in really early tomorrow morning. It doesn't stick around for too long because we will see warmer temperatures, not by much, but our overnight lows will be right around the low to the mid 30s. So there could be some pockets that kind of stick around and see a little bit of a light accumulation, basically 1,000 feet and higher, but that is about it. And this is one model, this is a European model that is showing a slight chance to see some light accumulation in the West Hills potentially. Again, 1,000 feet and higher, that's where the accumulation will be heading into tomorrow. And there's some watches warnings too. That includes the Coast Range and throughout the Oregon Cascades. There's a winter storm warning, or rather a winter storm advisory in place until late tomorrow morning. I'll talk more about that and when we could potentially see a warm up, David. That's about 10 minutes from now.
All right, Joe, thank you. Let's take it to New York now, where former President Donald Trump is set to turn himself in and make his first court appearance Tuesday after becoming the first former commander-in-chief to be indicted on criminal charges. Now, while the charges remain sealed at this point, Trump is expected to plead not guilty. NBC's Alice Barr walks us through how the day will likely unfold.
Former President Trump inside Trump Tower in Manhattan as he prepares to face a judge Tuesday on criminal charges. Security is high for an historic first.
Violence and destruction are not part of legitimate, lawful expression, and it will never be tolerated in our city.
The indictment set to be unsealed when the arraignment starts, expected to contain roughly 30 document fraud-related counts. It all stems from Mr. Trump's alleged role in payments former Trump attorney Michael Cohen made to adult film star Stormy Daniels ahead of the 2016 election to cover up an alleged affair. The former president denies any wrongdoing.
I'm not asking people to believe what I'm saying. Look at the evidence. Look at the documents that will be presented by the district attorney. Yeah.
During Mr. Trump's unprecedented appearance, sources familiar say he'll be fingerprinted, but likely won't have a mugshot or DNA swab taken. Republican leaders warning the indictment sets a dangerous precedent.
Because it doesn't just smell political, it looks it.
Former President Trump blasting the Manhattan District Attorney's case as election interference as the 2024 presidential race comes into view. After his court appearance, former President Trump is planning to speak from his Mar-a-Lago home in Florida. His campaign advisors say they've already raised $7 million since news broke of the indictment. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
A battleground man who took a selfie-style videos with his son during the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol pleaded guilty today. 64-year-old Jeff Grace admitted to one count of entering and remaining in a restricted building. Federal prosecutors presented videos and photos showing Grace entering the Capitol January 6th, and then watch as another rider attempted to take a congressional lectern. Grace could face up to 6 months in prison. The new developments tonight in the murders of a Vancouver mother and her 7-year-old daughter, with the suspect making his first court appearance. Kirkland Warren is facing 2 counts of murder for allegedly shooting his girlfriend, Michelle Melendez, and her 7-year-old daughter, Layla Stewart. Their bodies were found down an embankment in rural Washougal a couple weeks ago. In the courtroom this afternoon, a judge denied bail for Warren and set his next court date for 2 weeks from now. He may enter a plea at that time. The victim's family is hoping he will plead guilty and admit to the murders.
Every day is a painful day, and the finish line seems so far away for everybody involved in the case.
Authorities say a pistol found in one of Warren's cars matched the caliber used in the shooting. And according to court records, investigators allege Warren's cell phone GPS also puts him in the area where the bodies were found. Warren was already in custody facing domestic violence charges involving Melendez.